James Audubon's life. This is a man whose life is marked by great extremes. His life went from problems to progress, struggles to success, failures to fanfare. His passion was hunting and drawing birds, but at age 13, his father sent him to America, where he lived in a home that his father owned in Pennsylvania. He became great friends with the neighboring families and fell in love with one of the neighboring family's daughters, Lucy. In 1807, he embarked on a 15-year abysmal career in business. His first business dealt with indigo dye, which lost him a small fortune. He then went on to the importing business, but after meeting no success, he decided to try his hand at retail trade with another younger businessman. But after 6 months of minimum success, they decided to relocate the business to Missouri in hopes of getting more success. Well, Mr. Audubon only lasted 6 more months in that field. He sold his share to his business partner and then went out in search of another opportunity. He then tried his hand at importing business with his brother-in-law, importing goods from England. Well, they did this on the eve of the War of 1812. The business failed. So he decided to try his hand again at the trading industry, and he gained some great success this time, until he decided to open up a steam sawmill. And in 1819, he had to file bankruptcy. Now, what remained constant in Mr. Audubon's life was hunting and drawing birds. Now he had to rely on both to survive. Okay, so by default, rather than design, he had to rely on his hobbies to survive. His gun put food on the table for his small family, and drawing portraits on commission brought in money. Okay, in 1820, he had his brilliant idea. He decided to create printed collections of all American birds based on his paintings. And in 1826, he sailed to England and was met with great success. There had never been ever anything like that created. So the plates and printed book collections now are really considered masterpieces. But John James Audubon was unsuccessful for most of his life, until about 35, when he got his brilliant idea that took him to the top and helped him discover who he really was and where his strengths lies. Every successful person is someone who failed, yet never regarded him or herself as a failure. And why is that? Because failure is only and can only be an inside job. I will never be a failure, although I have situations that fail. Does that make sense? I will never be a failure. But yeah, I had stumbling blocks. I fell over that. But you take a little baby that's just learning how to walk. Would you ever tell that baby they try to walk and then they fall? Oh, you already tried. Come on, baby. Come on back here. Just crawl the rest of your life. Will you ever say that? What do? You pick them back up, try again. Until they walk. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4. Some babies learn a little later in life, but you never tell them to stop. Why is it that we get older, we make one situation fails, and all of a sudden, we just retreat to not try again, ever? Creativity and innovation takes risk. Okay, along with risk comes failures. It's just part of the journey. But along with failures comes great success. And if you can start to embrace failure as not an enemy, but a friend that teaches you, then and only then will you allow yourself to stay on the road of success. It's a road, it's not a destination. I'll say this. 2 men looked from prison bars. One saw mud, the other stars. I thought that was fascinating when I heard that. I said, 2 men, the same place, seemingly the same situation, yet 2 different perspectives. One man didn't see any way he could get out of prison. He didn't That he gonna die there, that's his life. The other side, nothing but opportunity. Nothing but a way of getting out and starting his life over again. I'll end with this. Who you are, who you may become, the world will never know. Unless you create and reveal yourself through the many creations and inventions. So create, invent, and discover who you are. I will leave you with a short video. It inspired me, and I hope it inspires you.